Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 17. It's Decision Day, y'all. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. It's finally the day of reckoning. Decision Day. Juan and Carla. So Juan is FaceTiming his parents and telling them that they are getting along famously, but there's just no romantic connection. Like I said, it's giving lavender marriage. Now, I didn't see Juan really try, so here we are. Now, his mom is telling him that it's hard because they're strangers. And so Juan is saying, you know, it's going to be hard to figure out what I want to do on decision day. His dad told him ultimately it's up to him. It's all in the brain. Like I said, these two are friends, nothing more, nothing less. Madison, Alan, and David. Because, baby, he all up and through their marriage, okay? So they go to meet with the experts. Alan, you look good. Okay. You look nice. But me personally, I wouldn't have even shown up. Because for what? So he's telling the experts that he's really aggravated. I'm annoyed. And I feel like I wasted my time. Now, I really felt in this moment that Pastor Cal was being very sincere. He did genuinely apologize because they had no idea that trifling Tiffany was going to jump ship. So then the harlot arrives. Hey, girl. Where's your scarlet letter? So anywho, Dr. Peppers wants to know what she had to say. Okay, come on, spill it. And to me, all I heard was Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. Now, I think she said the same old BS that she's always been saying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to happen this way. It wasn't intentional. I didn't mean it maliciously. How is you cheating on him not meant maliciously? I just really don't understand the mind of a cheater. Okay, it really should be dissected and put in a lab for experimental purposes and research purposes. Because why are you saying I didn't intend to hurt you? I didn't intend for it to be malicious. Girl, the man was pouring his heart out to you week after week after week, doing everything that you enjoyed, all while you were sneaking behind his back. That is malicious. Moving forward. So then Alan asked her, why did you make me go through all those dates when you already knew you had your mind made up about David? Now she's claiming it wasn't made up. Talking about it really wasn't made up at first, and all of our dates and all of that, it was real. But was it? Or were you putting on a show for a good edit? Now, at this point, I don't give a damn what she's saying. But Alan called her right on out, honey, because he knew that she was on that bush. He told her, I knew that this wasn't going to work because I shouldn't have to work this hard to get someone to like me. But what you did, you have been doing for weeks, and it was repulsive. Now, I am so happy that he was being honest and standing up for himself, because she just knew she was about to sashay in there and get that same version of Alan. He was going to be nice and accommodating because she's the pretty girl. But Alan was like, no, girl, get out of here. Basically, he was saying, I don't accept that little apology that you gave. You can shove it. Then she gets cocky and then says, well, I apologize. So, I don't really know what else he want me to say. I have nothing else to say. Okay, bye, Ashy. You can go. Then, of course, Dr. Pia is treating the cheater with care and kid gloves, talking about what's causing your demeanor right now, Madison. Guilt and embarrassment. But, honey, let's see what she had to say. This woman is going to say, nothing I say will change his opinion of me, which sucks. So I'm not about to beat a dead horse and make myself feel crappy. You know what, girl? It is all about how you feel. You only want him to accept your lies so you can feel better about yourself. You, I. That's all you know. She says, what is the point? I don't see the benefit. Pastor Cal said closure. Yes, closure. He deserves that. Honey, I know that's right, Pastor Cal. Do not let her skate on by. Please. She actually owes him more than that sorry-ass apology. Let's just be very for real. So then he says to her, you know what? She doesn't owe me closure because I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with it. I know that's right because you know what? Let's be real. She doesn't mean anything that she's saying. This meeting is for everybody else to feel better but Alan. Let's get real, okay? And baby, he said Madison is easy to get over. It's like a switch. I know that's right, baby. He said none of her words hold any value. Pastor Cal said, well, are you going to pursue David? Well, right now I'm focusing on myself. Girl, please, you've been focusing and pursuing David since y'all came from that damn honeymoon. So then he looks at Alan and he says, so what do you feel about David? He said, David is basically dirt to me. Now, I'm glad he said dirt to him and not dead to him, because I could just hear the people now. He's over exaggerating. He's creepy. It's not that serious. How can David be dead to him? That's pretty severe. So I'm so happy that he said he's like dirt to me. And in my mind, that's the same damn thing, honey, because ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Moving forward. So then Alan said, there's no part of me that wants to be married to this woman. And when he said, I can get over a Madison, I translated that in my mind as, I can get over a transactional hussy. It's cool. It's cool. That's exactly what I took from it. But maybe that's just me. I know that's right, child. Well, Alan, you're saying that you in no way want to be married to this woman, but if I'm being honest, you really had no choice, honey. Okay, honey bunny, you had no choice. Moving forward. This delusional heifer gets into the confessional and says, I thought we could have at least had a conversation or at least look at each other in the face. I wouldn't want to look at you in that awful eyeshadow either. Girl, sitting up here talking about I wish we could have at least looked each other in the face. Girl, kick rocks. Moving forward. She said Alan was being spiteful. He could have been worse. I do not know why you don't think you deserve worse. And I'm trying to figure out, are you on some type of prescription medication? It's got to be something. Girl, good riddance and goodbye. And good luck with your basement dwelling boy toy. Carla and Juan. So she's meeting with her sister and her friend, and she's telling them basically her and Juan are tiptoeing around their feelings. So they wanted to know how she feels, but she don't even know. Carla, don't waste time with that man, honey. Do not. Juan wants a business partner or a roommate. He is not looking for anything romantical. And I don't know why he got on this show, but to me, I feel like a lot of things were under the radar when it comes to Juan, because he's an opportunist as well. Yes, he can be a semi-decent guy, but he came on here to promote that damn app, and he ain't fooling me. And she said, if he just told me anything about him liking me or being attracted to me, it would make me feel hopeful. Girl, don't hold your breath. 3 days until decision day. David and Michelle. So, baby, they meeting with the experts. Michelle arrives first. David came dressed for a local Walmart run. Honey, tennis shoes and all. I said, baby, them the Walmart Nikes. Baby. So he came in. Look at how he looking. He came in. He gave the same speech. Madison gave the same speech. They must have rehearsed it, because I'm not buying nothing they selling. But he did remix his a little bit. Talking about, I caught feelings and I should have been just honest from the start. And for that, I apologize. But side note. Now, this is neither here nor there. This is just a side note. But has anyone noticed the posture on Michelle? Baby, she sits straight up. I said, oh my gosh. And I had to correct myself after seeing how she was sitting up. I said, why is she sitting up so straight? Baby, that back was straight. Do you hear me? Honey, she ain't let her backbone slip. You hear me? Moving forward. Now, of course, she doesn't believe anything that he's saying, but he don't give a damn. Dr. Pia wants to know why he's being defensive. Because now he's free from her and he doesn't even want to be there. That's why he's being defensive. See, now he can really let the true David shine. Pastor Cal says, no, that's just how you are, right? When too much is going on, you check out. Pastor Cal, let's not make an excuse for him. Okay, because that's not it. So, of course, since he gave him an excuse, David's going to go with it. Talking about, I would hope that my partner would help me through it. You got to be kidding me. Nobody can help you through that. That is your responsibility. And just when I was thinking that, they even said the same thing. He gonna say, yeah, but I mean, ask me how my day was. It can help with that. Okay, so Madison wouldn't be a thing had Michelle asked how your day was? Please be very serious. Please be very serious. You could have just been upfront and honest. And looking back, who's to say that you didn't instantly regret Michelle as soon as you saw Madison? You were just not vocal about it. That's why you started staying out late, eating them damn tacos off jump, because you already knew that you had a thing for Madison. Now, had you said anything or pursued anything or texted? No, not in that moment. You had to fill her out first. And Madison, you so dingy that you sat with this man on that damn Stairmaster all damn day, and he's pouring out his heart to you and telling you how poorly his woman is treating him. And that's exactly what these cheaters do to get their new supply. Girl, he perked up as soon as you gave that toast. So I knew then, I said, it's gonna be them two. He started working on his play then. Get her in the gym, play woe is me, and see if she actually likes Alan. They ain't fooling me. Moving forward. So Dr. Pia tells him she feels like he's making a case for the reason that he cheated. Him and all the other Michelle haters. Baby, they all making a case for why this man cheated on this woman. I don't give a damn what she did. He still cheated. I'd rather a person tell me up front and hurt my feelings in the first 5 minutes than do this stuff behind my back. It was only 8 freaking weeks, people. 8 weeks. Like, it's just, I don't know how people don't grasp that concept. He said, well, I already effed up. I mean, I really don't care what people believe. Believe what you want to believe. And he should get that on a t-shirt, child. Now, when Dr. Pia shows up like this, I can appreciate it. But what really tripped me out is how are you going so hard? I mean, even at the end, baby, wait till I get to that part, y'all. She went so hard on David. But with Ikechi, you rubbed his damn back and sent him in his beanie on his way? Girl, he called MM a predator. Now, I know David cheated, but one sin is not above the other. It's giving both of them are bums. But anywho, so now when Dr. P is showing up like this, I guess I can appreciate that she's showing up. She told him that it's evident that he don't give a damn. The apology isn't genuine. And now he's saying that his partner has the responsibility of helping him to not cheat, basically. She said, at what point do you take accountability for your own actions as a grown man? Listen, this is how cheaters do. Once they have gotten their new supply, it's giving narcissistic tendencies. Pastor Cal wants to know, how do you check back in? He said, well, I got to make myself happy first. And being with Madison, that's going to help me be happy. Just hang it up. Hang it up flat screen. Neither one of them like each other. Neither one of them care, Michelle included. So let's just wrap this up. Moving forward. So then Michelle says, I don't want to hear nothing. There's no remorse. He only cares about him and Madison. And they want me to basically get out of the way. So then David goes, so you care about me. You know what? He wants his ego stroked. Do you mind if I stroke you up? I don't mind. Shout out to Changing Faces. Nobody's going to stroke your ego. And if she said that she cared about you, then what? So then she goes on and says, yeah, I cared about you as a person. That's why I stayed. And I treated you with respect. Girl, you just done set up here and lied. All y'all lies. Every last one of y'all except maybe Carla. Is this the same R-E-S-P-E-C-T Aretha Franklin was singing about? Because, baby, wasn't no respect nowhere to be found. If you treated him with respect, then I'm the heiress to a throne. How on earth did you treat him with respect? Michelle, let's not get crazy, girl. Let's not get crazy. You were always going to say no. Now, the facts don't change. 2 things can be true. David was wrong for what he did, and you also were always going to say no, and you didn't show the man any respect. You made him feel like he was beneath you. You just can't believe that he one-upped you. That's what it is. Now, he was wrong, but up until the text messages, you treated that man like the help. Let's just keep it real. Even Dr. Peppers was looking shocked. Like, girl, I know you're lying. Baby, let me tell you something. The facial expressions on the experts this season were top tier. They could literally do a video of all the experts' facial expressions. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that video because the producers love to steal. So if y'all see that somewhere, y'all know that's me. Moving forward. Girl gone. You ain't like that man. Then she going to say, well, do you care about me? He said, I don't, to be honest. Baby, what'd he say that for? Did y'all see that look on Dr. Pia's face? Pastor Cal tried to step in and assist, and David being all cocky, laying his head all back and putting his ring on the table. Child, don't nobody want that damn brass ring. Take that ring and shove it. You got some nerve. Baby, that's the worst kind of man. Do y'all hear me? They get caught, then they get defensive with you and act like you did something wrong to them. Now, in this case, Michelle did treat him poorly, but he could have just been honest. Dr. Pia says, so since she didn't care and she wasn't asking questions, you feel like it was a free-for-all for you to do whatever? This man said, I don't know. Baby, the disrespect is oozing from that dry ponytail. and those good sneakers. Okay, the way it was oozing out of them was insane. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the real David. Now, I told y'all that was a facade. There is no way that you can go from that to this. He went from 0 to 100 real quick. Yes, Michelle was Michelle, but she hasn't changed who she is. David has done a complete 180. And y'all trying to tell me this wasn't who he was the whole time? Okay. David became a completely different person than the agreeable David that he once was. And that's not because of how Michelle treated him. That's because he was putting on a facade. If people cannot see that, I don't know what to tell them. So then Pastor Cal wraps it up, and Dr. Pia told him, I have lost all respect for you because of how you handled things. Oh, please. You lost all respect for him, but you got all the respect in the world for Ikechi? Girl, make it make sense. And just so we're clear, he don't give a damn. Just tacky. They told Michelle, girl, don't give up on marriage or on love and whatnot. She got to fix a few things first because she ain't innocent. Now, this turned out how it turned out. But Michelle, if you treat people the way that you treated him in the beginning before we knew that he was a scumbag, no one is going to stay with you. You need to fix that. He's like, I'm pretty relieved that it's over. Michelle said, yeah, I feel like he was protecting Madison the entire time. And I just think he's garbage. Girl, speaking of garbage, tomorrow is garbage day. Y'all remind me in the comments to get up and take the trash. I got to get up and take the David and the Madison out. Moving forward. Juan and Carla. So they're in the hot tub. It's giving friends and not in the Ross and Rachel way. Camille and Swaggy T. So they go for one last date at a winery. The setup looks beautiful. They're sitting, they're chit-chatting. They talk about decision day. And in my mind, I was just thinking, oh, child, let's move on. But he did tell her if they say yes, he wants her to live with him. But then he realized that he can't support that in his current space. So she told him that she would feel better to say yes if she knew that he had some plans for the future. Like, where are we going to live? Thomas told her that he has some things that he's thinking about in his mind. Okay, well, we need you to say it. Talking about as far as a family, but, you know, it's all in my head. Well, baby, let it come out of your mouth so that she will know. Thomas is wanting to know what vulnerability looks like to Camille because she barely shed a tear. It's just one time. She's always so hard. So she told him basically she needs to feel comfortable first. So then Camille tells us that she feels like Thomas is not putting her above all else and he may be too complacent for her. Now, I understand her wanting a leader and she wants him to be able to take charge because sometimes you want to be able to rest, especially with your husband and know that he can take care of what needs to be taken care of in the home. Moving forward. And I'm trying to figure out what have y'all been talking about for 8 weeks? If y'all don't get it together, child, Madison and David. Yes, y'all heard me correctly because somebody gonna be like, no, it's Madison and Alan. No, Madison and David. And I want y'all to look at the screen. Wherever you are, look at your phone, look at your television because I fixed their picture. I was just thinking not an on-camera date. Baby, the unmitigated gall, the gumption. Ugh. Honey, they usually meet up during booty call hours. I said, oh, okay. It was giving awkward to me. And they were sitting up here pretending and playing in our damn face like they ain't been loving on each other this whole 8 weeks. So they go to the driving range. They go to play golf and both agreed that it's their ideal date. Who authorized this? This was so cringy for me to watch. Madison giggling every 2 seconds. It was pissing me off. I'm not going to lie. I'm not gonna lie. She was like, I was like, oh, girl, shut it up. So she's talking about how happy she is because things aren't forced and she can do what she loves. Pump your brakes. Alan was doing what you love too. Anything that you loved, he did it. I guess right activity, wrong man. Because you cannot sit up here and say that you have not been having fun this 8 weeks because he has done everything that you have wanted to do. So David is telling her that he's happy and his happy is back now. The fact that these two are pretending like they haven't been effing on each other for 8 weeks is such an insult to my intelligence. I mean, it really is an insult. It's crazy. He's talking about, I'm a little nervous. Why? He's like, because my feelings are strong and, you know, I can see a future, no pressure, because I know it's a lot going on right now. But, you know, I still want to rock with you. Yeah, I'm rocking with you. Aw, how romantic. He's rocking with ya. Okay, MJ. I want to rock with you all night. Child, if y'all don't get out of here. I'm so confused because David is nothing like she described wanting, but I can say he got something Alan never got, and that's physical touch. These two annoy the hell out of me. Let's move on. It's time for decision day. Juan and Carla. Carla and Juan look so nice together. I wish they had more of a spark. I really do. Carla, you looked so pretty. They sat out in front of the experts. Juan said the spiritual thing was just too much for him. Carla said that she doesn't want a partner to just like her because they are identical to each other, because there's no room for growth. And I really did love that. And as I was thinking about it, I said, oh, okay, shout out to Madison and David and Tiffany and all the other aliases they have, because they want to be each other's doppelganger. So I like that she said that, because sometimes that's true. Now, don't get me wrong. You want a person that understands you, but to want a person exactly like you, yeah, no. Carla feels like Juan wants someone that does exactly what he does. She said there was a lack of physical touch and her love bucket was empty. Now, he did apologize, but he said he just never felt it. Now, between the public storage, the crystals, his poncho, his mustache, the Home Depot TV stand, this marriage never stood a chance. When I say never, I do damn mean never. But Carla said, listen, I want someone who's not going to just run away from me because there's one thing that he doesn't like. That's not enough to say no. So ultimately, they both say no. I'm not shocked, but I feel like Juan could have tried a little bit harder. He really could have tried, but at least they ended things on a high note with mutual respect. So I'm all for it. My girl, Carla. I think they're both good people, just not good together. Camille and Thomas. Now, I hope Camille don't start with that damn swag-o-meter today, because I'm not in the mood, especially with those little clunky heels that she chose. Don't come in here with that. You say one thing about that swag-o-meter, I'm going off. Now, before they even got in, the experts were talking about swag. Can we please retire that word? Please, for the love of everything good. Thomas was looking sharp, though, baby. When he walked through, I said, I be feeling like the man when I walk through. I said, look at him. He look good. Looking like a man with a plan, which Camille says that you're lacking. So get it together or leave it alone. Now, he walked in with a basketball, and she walked in like she was playing basketball. I said, girl, if you don't put a little feminine touch in that walk. So Pastor Cal says, Thomas, you changed. Camille swagged you out. Okay, didn't she? Charlie even wearing his push present. He wearing his push present, baby. He got on his earrings. I know that's right. Anything to make her feel good. So she comes in. They're there now. They say some nice things, but Camille reveals that she wants Thomas to take the lead on planning for their family. Thomas said, it's just not in me. Okay, it's just not what I do. Well, you don't need to have kids, because I'm not finna do all the work in the house, make all the decisions for everybody, plan all the vacations, do all the extracurricular activities, take all the appointments upon myself. You're gonna have to get that together. Now, I like you, Swaggy T, but we can't just be like, it's just never really been my thing. Well, it needs to be your thing. When you have a partner, it's supposed to lessen the load. Not you just sitting there sexing her up and expecting her to go out into the world and do everything. That's not how this works. So Camille, I actually agree with you on that. Camille says that she's worried that because he was in a 9-year relationship and it just fizzled out, that the same thing would happen to her. Now on to the decisions. Thomas went first, and I thought this was so beautiful. This was so cute to me. His answer was so well thought out. He gets up, he gives this speech, and then he told her that because she plays basketball, he wants a rematch. So, baby, he got down on one knee with the basketball, and it said, stay married. I said, you better get your Omar Epson Sanaa Lathan on, baby. You better give your love in basketball. Baby, that did something for me. That is beautiful. You know what? It's the thoughtfulness for me. That is rare to find. Let me tell you something, Camille, because Thomas, you have your faults as well. I really want you to take stock in what you have in him as a partner. To you, Thomas, I want you to make sure that she can be vulnerable. She's hard because she's always had to be in charge of everything, and she's always been the leader. If you show her that you can lead, you'll see that damn lingerie. Okay? So then she started acting like she was going to say no, but she ended up saying yes. I said, girl, ain't nobody got time to play with you. That reminded me of when he went across town to get her jewelry on their first month anniversary, and she got him a bucket of clay. Yeah, it's going to be a long forever. Baby, it's going to be a long forever. Good luck and congratulations. I'm actually happy for them. I think they'll settle in once the cameras go down. I'm hoping that Camille doesn't get bored with Thomas because it's exciting right now. You always have something to do. You're meeting here. You're doing this. But yeah, when those cameras go down, real life happens. Now, we did hear them say, I love you for the first time. And I was so happy that we were invited to that. 2 days after decision day. Baby, it's going down. So the whole crew is meeting up at Wancho's basement or whatever the hell this is, the warehouse. I said, uh-oh. Ikechi, old phony baloney behind, he arrives first. Hey, sir. Camille and Thomas next. She comes in. And I was surprised that she even hugged him. I said, oh, no, thank you. Girl, we don't touch him. So Carla and Michelle, they get there. And then Madison, Tiffany, and David walk in. Baby, David had the nerve to try to shake Alan's hand. I said, this man is really crazy. Alan said, yeah, no, I'm not shaking your hand. I know that's right. You don't want that bum juice rubbing off on you, honey. You don't want his bum juices on you. So she got enough nerve to be dressed up to sit in this warehouse. Child, this is a fool. And not her matching him, eyeshadow and all. Oh, baby, this is a mess. The final 2 couples tell the group their decisions. Tells them that she came in vulnerable and open. And as you all will see, y'all see how that went. But, I'm still open to finding my person. She said, yeah, I gave my all, but my efforts weren't appreciated. So, baby, he is sitting over there just stewing. He can't wait to say something. He hates the sound of her voice. So then he gonna pipe up and say, okay, this sounds like a political party rallying for votes because she keeps saying, as you know, as you know, as you know. Now it's a problem because she's saying, as you know. He is such a sassy, petty little man. She was asked the question and she answered it. What did you want her to say? Now you want her to talk how you want her to talk? So Carla's like, sir, quit playing. And he kind of got a little snappy with Carla. I was like, hell no. Then he gonna say, I was insulted. I was made to feel small. You are small. And tell it to Dr. Pia, because we don't give a damn. She the only one that care. Get her on the line and tell it to her, because we don't care. Ikechi, you cannot provide one solid example of any of this. And I'm trying to figure out, is this your campaign speech? It sounds like you want to get everybody on your side. And why did you even show up? The energy is heavy enough with Tiffany and David. Oh, I can't stand him. He gonna say, because of her, I wasn't around much. I didn't even want to come to the retreat. Sure, Jan. She said, no, you need to be accountable for your actions. You never take accountability. You need to be accountable for coming up to that retreat with that paper to embarrass me. So you need to own that. She's like, you need to grow up. You're 42 years old. Honey, round of applause. Listen, I liked it because all of that. Madison, you got your nerve to be shaking your head in agreement. You and Ikechi on the same list. So why are you over there shaking in agreement with MM? Girl, I wouldn't trust you as far as I can throw you. This man said, thank you, boss. And see, that right there is the real issue. She's a boss and you're jealous of her and her successes. So you tried to diminish her as soon as you saw her place. You are not fooling me. So she's still talking and she told him the group wants to hear what he has to say, but she couldn't care less. She told him, listen, I reached out to you. You stonewalled me. I tried to show you grace. Even though you did that, she tried to finish what she was saying. And then he pipes up saying, no, I don't want to hear. Did you have to say, I don't want to hear it because she made him feel like crap. He's like, every time you spoke to me, you made me feel like crap. Ikechi, I have a serious question. Okay. Maybe I'm losing my mind. When did she speak to you? Because she's saying you never answered the phone. And at first you said it was because of her advances and all of the questions to get to know you. So was she disrespecting you in the questions? She was asking because make it make sense. Like you want to pipe up now that it's over and she literally read you for filth by reading that letter. And I bet you wouldn't pipe up if Rafu were here. And why are you even here? Why are you even in a group setting? You never came around except to embarrass this lady. So why are you here? I wouldn't have even given him the time of day. He would have blended right on in with the furniture with me, honey. Slouch on a couch. Okay. I wish I would. No, he the grouch on the couch. David the slouch on the couch. Grouch on the couch. I would have acted like he wasn't even there. You did provide him with multiple chances to be decent. Instead, he took the road to hell. So everybody wants you to just be quiet now that you have an opportunity to speak up. He wanted to embarrass you, so now you embarrassing him. So she gets up and goes to the restroom and Camille and Madison follow. Madison, why the hell are you coming? You cannot even be trusted. I wouldn't want your aura anywhere near me. Trying to get under Alan's skin by dressing up to match your ponytail wearing lumberjack. What advice are you going to give? I wouldn't let you console me, touch my arm, or even be in my face. Don't tell me it's going to be all right because you ain't right. There is no way I would have Madison around me. I was so annoyed when she got up to try to act like now she's a girl's girl and she's going to make sure MM is okay. Girl, bye. Moving forward. MM, don't give it any more energy. And why are none of the men piping up and telling this man that he does not need to be raising his voice? Is Carla the only sane one? I was so confused. Now, MM is in the confessional crying, saying that it's the wrong way that she was treated and she doesn't appreciate that. And he's not a man, he's a monster. Now, listen, I'm speaking directly to you. I completely understand and I empathize with you. Just let it be. Because what you're experiencing now is reactive abuse. And some might not think it's that serious, but it is. You have been emotionally and psychologically and verbally abused for 8 weeks. And now that you are responding, he's telling everybody, see, look, told y'all. That's crazy. Let him have it. Okay? Just let him have it. So then Carla told him, okay, y'all are both great people. She's a great person. I mean, I don't know you, but I mean, you might be amazing. He is not. He is not. So while all this is going on, Michelle is making herself a stiff one, honey, because she got to get drunk to be in this space. Then Juan says to David, what have you been up to, David? This clown gonna say, just pursuing Madison. Why would you say that in front of Alan? Ew. Nobody needed to know that. It's clear that you've been pursuing her since the honeymoon. Like, duh. Then he says to Alan, I mean, it just happened, boss. And, you know, it wasn't intentional. Alan said, okay, hold him up, swallow him up. Let me just stop you right there. Because you had plenty of chances to be upfront. I thought I was going to leave this experience with a friend. So I don't know about the wasn't intentional part. Okay? Like, gone with that. David gets up and tries to shake the man's hand yet again. Sit it down. David, sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Y'all gonna piss me off. He is not buying that unintentional bullshit. Okay? Please sit down. David thinks we're as stupid as those lies he be telling. And why are you trying to shake his hand? Leave him alone. Juan talking about, I really appreciate the way that y'all have done things. This is how it should be handled. Juan, shut up. Just shut up. Oh, child, they annoying me. So then Thomas sits up and he says to David, you know, as a friend, I want to hold you accountable. So I really just want to know, when did this start? Why? He ain't gonna do nothing but lie. And I'm just realizing that David is dressed like I dressed my son for daycare pictures. He was 3 years old. He had on that exact same red little lumberjack shirt and them same Vans. I said, not him dressed up like your little picture. Baby, I wish I could put that picture on screen. He dressed up just like my 4-year-old was back in the day. No, he was 3. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. Madison, I also have a question for you. Is this what you meant when you said you wanted people to see you walk in with your man and wonder who's that? They want to know who's that girl. Shout out to Eve, because I'm definitely wondering something different. I'm wondering why the hell y'all dressed for 2 different occasions. Okay, that's what I'm wondering. But maybe that's just me. So then David starts going on and on about the dang on questions and how she was asking the questions. And this is just so funny to me because Ikechi can't stand questions and he can't get enough of them. Then Madison pipes up saying, well, you know, me and Alan's situation was totally different because we all knew that David and Michelle weren't going to be together. So that means start sleeping with him. And we all knew that you and Alan weren't going to be together. So it's not much different. You're just a better actress than Michelle is. She didn't give a F about David and you don't give a F about Alan. The same could be said about you. And so then she was like, yeah, because she didn't even give a F about him. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. I do not care what y'all say. Madison is worse than Michelle. And let me just tell you why. Madison pretended, okay? She pretended knowing that she was creeping with David because he was confiding in her and pillow talking. You pretended on all fronts. You were smiling in both Alan and Michelle's face, knowing good and dang on well that you were doing what you were doing. So please do not speak for this lady. I ain't appreciate it. Even though we all knew, don't you speak for me. The audacity of you to think you can speak for me. So Michelle turns around and she says, you want to wait till I come over there? Tiffany says, sure. Michelle said, because I don't think you know my feelings, so don't speak for me. I mean, we all know your feelings now, Michelle, but she needs to speak on her own marriage. Don't speak on mine. Speak on yours. So then Michelle said, yeah, so I don't want you talking about my feelings without me there. Madison started getting cocky, baby. She gonna say, yeah, well, sit down. I'm glad to say them out loud, honey. Y'all, that condescending honey would have sent me over the edge. She's all emboldened now. But that night, she was running with those strong shoulders all tensed up. Girl gone. You are not about that life. Nobody's afraid of you. So Michelle sat down and Maddie gonna say, you want to do this right now, babe? Do you really want to do this? Oh, baby, I would have jumped on her like a little spider monkey. I would have... Baby, I would have been clawing her eyes out. Because who are you talking to? Honey. Oh, it couldn't have been me. She act like she want to fight over David. I said, is this real? What is going on? And he just sitting there because y'all know he's secretly loving it. Ain't no way that I will continue to expose myself to either of them. And first of all, it's too soon for all of y'all to be meeting anyway. I know this is how every season goes, but this right here was a special case. Michelle looking like, girl, how much have you had? Because it's about to be on in here. Not babe and honey. And that was the end of the episode. Listen, decision day went precisely like I thought it would go. Now let's just see and hope that Camille and Thomas are still together by the reunion. But I feel like when I was watching the after party, some things might be revealed about Camille and Thomas at the reunion. And I don't know if I'm right. So I really don't want to just speak on it until we get a little closer. But baby, next week, not Madison walking out talking about, yeah, put two of us in the ring and only one of us is going to come out. And girl, you ready to fight over David? I know them shoulders strong, baby, but don't get it twisted. Sometimes you get your eyes clawed out and you didn't even realize it. And why are you acting like this? It's not becoming. And child, this is a fool. And then MM gets engaged and word on the street is that's her ex and she made him her next. And then when Ikechi and his beanie come in, she's like, yeah, that's my ex-husband. And baby Brandon, because that's his name, gets up and goes over there to get ready to say something to Ikechi. Y'all, this gonna be a fool. Y'all comment down below. Oh, also, meet me on Thursday for the live so we can talk about it like we always do. Beat me there, don't meet me there. Comment down below and I'm gonna comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.